So I want to assure you that there will be no violence here.
Thank you so much.
So rest assured, the showdown is not a physical fisticuffs. The showdown is the assertion of the autonomy, independence, and powers of the coordinated arms of government. That's what the showdown is all about. If anybody has used the word showdown, not as in people physically assaulting one another.
Okay. But Ms. Ayariga, there have been reports. We've seen people who've been bussed NPP in NPP colors and from the, I think, the chief whips, majority chief whips constituency in Sao Madridri, and they are there in the premises of Parliament right now. Has this come to your attention, and how do you respond to that? Are you also bringing your people there? What's the situation?
No. No NDC member has asked anybody to the presence of Parliament. I did see pass writing on it that I'm not on premier or something of that sort. I think it's Coco Senior High School pass with people in MPP paraphernalia. I personally saw it. It's not that somebody said it, but I personally saw it. And last night somebody sent me a text message saying that former chief whip, now minority chief whip, was passing through from their constituency. So when I saw it this morning, it just confirmed the message I received last night. But, we are not perturbed by that. Nothing's going to happen. I mean, I don't think another prayer has the capacity to inflict violence on anybody in this chamber. He just doesn't have the capacity. So we are not in any way, moved by that. We're actually sitting there with him and chatting and laughing about it and asking him what he is doing with the past of parties soldiers here, and then we're all laughing. So trust me, nothing untoward will happen. We are just asserting our principled position that, what the judiciary did is an unwarranted interference with the powers and functions of the head of the legislature, that is the speaker, and we're taking none of that. And so it's not violence. If anybody is going to be violent, I'm sure that there will be enough capacity to contain that violence.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ayariga. Mahama Ayariga is the Member of Parliament for Boku Central, coming to us live in Parliament, that makeshift chamber at AICC. Let's take a quick break. We'll return with more on the AM show. We'll be right back.
Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia, #1 on the ballot.
Why? For my premium fuel at an affordable price, 195 from Petrosol is all I always use. And when I put it in my baby,
because you can't be mixing Petrosol fuel with any nyama oil. Quality goes with quality. Petrosol oil ensures long engine life, longer oil change interval, and cleaner environment. Kai amfani di kaya the Petrosol sukai. Zaka chiga bade.
Why? Premium product. Clean fuel in full quantity. Long lasting, and above all, peace of mind. Use more Petrosol premium products via
money. Want more money? More moolah.
more sika? Then win more moolah with 30 Ghana cedis free credits when you play Game Park's Pick 1 and Pick 4 games for the first time. Just dial *946#, get your first bet and win on us with a 30 Ghana cedi welcome bonus. Win more moolah with Game Park today. Go to GameParkGames.com for more information. Game Park is licensed by the NLA. Play responsibly. Not suitable for persons under 18 years.
Hey, you're strong. Hey, you're tough. Syntex is coming and brand new. Syntex is coming. Today we are in Nima. Syntex, your trusted brand for everything water tank, domestico, industrial use, and we are promising all our communities listening or watching us right now. And oh, high five. That's right. Still Ghana's first to introduce double layer tank. The whole. Free water for everyone. Can't you see? Syntex for say, thank you so much. So please make sure you nominate your community. We will be right there to serve you. Papa Syntex, what's the next week? Hey! Yeah!
Keep nominating your communities on our social media handles and trust us, we might be at your doorstep.
Syntex tank! And you're strong! And you're tough! Yeah!
Mama, stop worrying. How is Kobna? I got some of his medication. His friends are raising funds to support us.
The kidney disease has taken the toll. But my son and our finances.
Mama, there is hope. The pharmacist told me about Mahama's policies on chronic diseases. John Mahama is going to establish the Mahama Cares Fund to support Ghanaians with kidney diseases, sickle cell, cancer, diabetes, hypertension, and other heart conditions to support and ease the financial burden on families like ours. Mama, but that is not all. Ghanaians can access free health care when they go to the CHIPS compound, health centers, clinics, and polyclinics. Mama, we have to vote wisely for Kobne's sake. Mama, wipe your tears. Wipe your tears. Mahama cares.
Vote for change. Vote for John Mahama and the NDC. Over 5 million children have benefited from free SHS. Protect free SHS. Vote Dr. Baumia, #1 on the ballot.
All be live.
Thank you, boss. See you next week. Go. Where is my passport? Where is my passport? Hey, man, I want to Waba.
What is that about?
And then special.
Give me my passport. You made me pay for express for 24 hours and yet it's not in.
You told me that you are telling me this. What's going on? Hello.
This man here has taken my money. That within 24 hours he will do my passport for me.
Oh, see, that's the same applies to me. He told me last night. He's telling me this week. The process. That's what they do. Yeah. Oh, madam. Please relax. I'll get for you in 24 hours.
Hey, Goroma. So you never change? Eh? You get passport for someone within 24 hours, Madam Obwa. See, the normal working hours is 9 to 5. Eh? Not 24 hours, I'm fat. You guys have made a very big mistake by trusting these people. Now, through digitalization, passport application has been made so easy. Now, you don't need to stress yourself and join any long queue for your passport. All you have to do is to log on to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs website and begin your application. By buying a passport application voucher online. Simple and easy. And very soon, all you need to get your passport will be your Ghana card. What is it true? It is possible.
A show off. Vote #1 on the ballot. The MacDown Entrepreneurship Challenge Season 1 has been a journey of great impact. From the application process to the selection of participants of MacDown Entrepreneurship Challenge Season 1. The millionaire investor Dr. Daniel Macaulay is staying the course and grooming the next generation of multi-million-dollar entrepreneurs of Ghana. Ghana's unemployed youth population is growing exponentially by the day. A private sector intervention is needed to lighten the burden of employment on the government. The MacDown Entrepreneurship Challenge is one of such privately funded initiatives. Ghana, Are you ready for the second edition of the McDown Entrepreneurship Challenge Season 2? In this edition, 15,750 applications were received. 80 applicants have been selected for the real showdown. So watch out as these 80 business ideas are put to the test in the battle for the ultimate prize. Who will succeed? Who will fall out? And who will win the $100,000 cash prize in the McDown Entrepreneurship Challenge Season 2? The McDown Entrepreneurship Challenge is brought to you by McDown Foundation. The McDown Entrepreneurship Challenge, coming soon.
Hi, now let me share my wildlife experience with you at Safari Valley Eco Park. Welcome to Safari Valley Eco Park. Our electric shuttle pulled up and in no time our tour began. We were surrounded by wildlife from the moment we entered the Eco Park. We were greeted by experienced tour guides who took us through orientation and how to better enjoy the experience. Watch these animals roam freely in their natural habitat undisturbed by our presence. We saw zebras, sable antelope, brown cranes, mara, silky chicken, llamas, Shetland ponies, and so many animals I just couldn't keep up. Our tour guides taught us so much about the wildlife, their behavior, and how to interact with them. I even fed them. We also went fishing on a man-made canal. Then we took a break to have lunch in this serene environment. All this amazing experience for this price for adults, this price for teenagers. It's a bargain. As the sun began to set, it was time to go back home, but not before dinner by the campfire. It's been a thrill of a lifetime, and I can't wait till my next visit.
Safari Valley Eco Park, bringing you closer to nature.
Many thanks for your time. It's still the AM show right here on Joy News. But before we get into our next belt of conversation, get ready, if you haven't already, for the biggest giveaway from Syntex Tank. Syntex is giving away 15 tanks to various communities, and all you have to do is, well, they're doing this to say thank you to Ghana for making them, or making us, the #1. Syntex was the first to introduce double-layer tanks in Ghana. Do you know that Syntex was also the first to come in so many colors, and also the first to come out with inner white layer? So when it's not Syntex, forget about it. Now, if you're a community and you want to benefit from the Syntex free water giveaway, just log into their social media handles at Syntex Ghana. Remember, it's SINTEX, Syntex Ghana, and nominate your community. The more you nominate, the better chances you have of them coming to your community. It's Syntex Tank. Not be any tank, be tanko. The correct tank, be Syntex Tank. Syntex Tank, a strong, a tough. Now this morning, let's have a conversation on the 14th annual pre-harvest agribusiness conference and exhibitors. It's the 14th edition, and in the studio with me to get into this is Mr. Elvis Mensah-Bonsu. He's component manager for GIZ Sustainable Employment through Agribusiness Program. We also have Ms. Theresa Randolph, country manager for Yara Ghana. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So briefly, tell me a little bit about Yara Ghana before we get into the agribusiness conference.
So Yara Ghana is a crop nutrition solutions company that has been in Ghana since about 2007. We have been very predominant in the agricultural space, helping smallholder farmers to improve their yields, enhance their crop nutrition solutions that we provide to them, give them a lot of knowledge about soil health, nutrient use efficiency, and make sure that they can improve productivity in the agricultural space.
Okay, that's interesting. And Elvis, what do you do at Sustainable Employment through Agribusiness Program at GIZ?
So, thank you, Sweetie. So the Sustainable Employment through Agribusiness Program is GIZ-funded program that is in cooperation with the German government, with the Ministry of Food and Agriculture and the Ministry of Finance, and implemented directly with the Ministry of Trade and Industry. And we also have the EU co-finance part that is mainly operated in the northwestern part of the country. And what we do is to support the improvement of agricultural productivity, especially in the northwestern part of the country.
Which brings us to this 14th edition of the Agribusiness Conference. Now, why is it important for this pre-harvest event to take place, and how has the event helped you connect with farmers and buyers over the years, considering it's the 14th time you're doing this, Elvis?
Sure. So from our end, with our program is part of a bigger EU program. It's actually the biggest EU program in the agriculture sector in Ghana. It's known as the EU Ghana Agriculture Program, and it's mainly limited to the northwestern part, so mainly the Upper West, and then we also have 3 adjoining districts, that is the Mampuku Magduri, North Gonja, and STK districts. And for us, the pre-harvest offers us an opportunity to actually scale up in terms of what we are doing with the different agribusiness actors in the chain. So we have the opportunity to actually bridge the gap between the production that is mainly focused in the northern part and also the market that is also located in the southern part, and also to convey the message, what we are doing via the EU in the northern part, mainly focusing on climate resilience and also enhancing the value chains to other actors also in the northern part of the country.
And Teresa, from your experience as a key player in the agri sector, how would you evaluate this annual pre-harvest agribusiness conference? What is the most significant impact that comes to your mind as we speak?
So I think, like Elvis just shared with you, Sweetie, it is an occasion, and we like to think of it as the Farmer Market Alliance, because it's really bringing a lot of the key value chain players together in the agri space. And so Yara, for example, is able to provide key knowledge, agronomic knowledge. We help with demonstration trials that have been ongoing. We're able to support farmers to better understand what is required to be able to increase their yield. And they have first-hand knowledge and can perhaps also explain some of the key challenges that they're facing. So it is an opportunity for us to be able to bridge the gap, be present, and understand what their challenges are day to day, but also with other players within the market space, as he rightly pointed out. The fact that as they're producing for a lot of them, the question is what they want to do is produce enough to be able to feed themselves and also the nation. How do we make sure that as they've actually completed and or achieved that aim, they're able then to take that and become profitable from it by taking that to market? And therefore, as players within, we're able to provide even down to business knowledge that might be required for some of the farmers in order to help them to achieve all of this.
You mentioned identifying challenges, and I just, out of curiosity, want to find out, what are some of these challenges that you encounter? We know that agriculture could be or is the backbone of every economy, but many resource persons would argue that it is hugely underutilized. So what are those challenges, just so that we can understand what it is that's happening with the sector?
I think that's an excellent question, Sweetie, because as you rightly perhaps pointed out, it is an extremely challenging sector. It requires a lot of investment, it requires a lot of courage, it requires a lot of work in order to be able to achieve what we want as food security. Currently, Ghana, we're food insecure.
Yeah.
If you look at, as we were talking about, the northern region, this tends to be what I would call our bread basket or the cereals basket for our country. And a lot of the farmers there are smallholder farmers, meaning that their challenges that they face are the fact that they may have, even if they have access to land, and especially for, say, women smallholder farmers, access to their land might be a problem. Access to finance is an even bigger challenge that they may face, access to inputs, etc. So we are there as key players to help them to better or improve on what they know. And if you look at the fact that as a country we've been through, we first said it was a drought, but it's become what we might call a dry spell. And a long, prolonged, Climatic conditions are also changing, environmental changes that are happening. If we do not support our farmers enough so that they may have the knowledge that they need in order to be able to surmount some of these challenges, they're never able to produce even just enough for themselves, let alone to be able to feed the rest of the nation.
Thank you so much for putting that in perspective. Elvis, let's talk about the details of the event, the annual pre-harvest agribusiness conference and exhibitions, right? What should we expect? What happens on the day or those 2 days of the event? What happens?
So actually on the 2 days, what we are looking forward is an interaction of the different actors, like has already been mentioned, where then these actors get to also discuss the pertinent issues that relate to agricultural development in the country. So there will be trainings that will be offered by different actors, and we are happily available to also support that. There will also be exhibitions of different products, also what the farmers are producing vis-a-vis what the different actors also along the chain are also bringing on board. And then there will, of course, also be the conference where we also get to interact a lot among ourselves to discuss some of these challenges and how we can then surmount some of these issues. And I think, like Teresa really put, it is important, especially given the situation now with the dry spell and also having the discussions around it, what are the different actors doing to enable us navigate this challenge, that we would not be coming to this point again from next year on. And these are some of the things that this event also provides as a platform to discuss.
And I think that the looming food insecurity that we are currently facing in the dry spell, in a way, inform the choice of your theme. But you tell me, what is the thought process that arrived at the selection of that theme? Feeding the youth? What's the theme for this year?
Feeding the future. And they actually, for the past years, what the event organizers, and we would say at this point, kudos to AgriHouse Foundation for holding the fort for the past 14 years, organizing this. And that is why we also from our end, the EU Ghana Agriculture Program, and also with Yara and all the other actors are also happy to support.
So it's feeding the future through innovative and technological approaches. I thought that was interesting.
Yes, exactly. Yeah. And what the different actors would also be looking at is how we can bridge the different aspects from what we are doing. So for us at the EU Ghana Agriculture Program, with the capacity development strategies coupled with how we are also bridging the gap from the farm to the fork. And also with Yara, with the input, also ensuring that there are quality inputs available for production, and then to bring this discussion into perspective.
Thank you for doing that. So is it open to the general public? Who can attend? Are you selling tickets? How do you get access? How can we contact you? All the details, the important details, let's put it out there. Should I start with you, Teresa? Certainly. Is it open to the general public? Is it free?
Yes, it is. It's open to the general public. It's actually, as Elvis rightly pointed out, it's hosted and run by AgriHouse Foundation, and they have put on their website, they can share out all the information. I think there will be radio and TV adverts about the 2 days that